Moving to a new location could be exciting yet daunting, and I feel like there's some things that everyone should check and know before moving to a new location. So let's just get right into it. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Toyo and I'm a digital nomad in Malta. So here are a few things I think you need to know before you pack up your things and move to a new location. Number one is cost of living. So I'm speaking specifically for Malta because that's where I live, and from the standpoint of a digital nomad. So applying for this kind of visa, of course, you have a particular amount of money that they expect that you should be earning. So just because you're earning that amount of money doesn't mean that you should just be so carefree about what things are actually going to cost in the country or in the location that you're moving to. It's very important to find out these things. So what does food cost? What does transportation cost? What does shopping cost? What does traveling cost? Just it's good to have an idea of all these things so that you're able to plan your life better, especially if you're coming with dependents. So you're not coming alone, you're coming with your wife, you're coming with your kids, you're coming with your husband. It's very important to have all these things at the back of your hand so that you're prepared, and even before you come here you can plan out, and strategize how you're going to spend your money. Allocate a particular amount of money to each thing so you know that you're not overspending or you're not going over budget every month. And so the second point is the job market. This might not apply to you as a digital nomad because you're expected to already be working, especially if you're coming as the main applicant. You're expected to already be working remotely. But for other people that want to relocate to a certain country, even if you're going as a student or you just want to apply for jobs, actually find out what the job market is like. So research the job opportunities in your field, search out the unemployment rate, search out the salary rates as well. So have this information with you so that you can make informed decisions. Number 3 is housing. Accommodation in Malta is very expensive. Actually, it's very expensive. If you want to get a decent place to live in, it's actually more expensive, but there are actually affordable places. So it's important that you live within your means. So look into housing options, find out the prices, find out the neighborhood, make some research about where you want to stay and then the housing options in that particular area. So for example, in Malta, if you want to stay in the central area, if you want to stay up north, if you want to stay in the south, there are different areas for you to stay, and actually these different places have different rental prices. Right, so they vary per location. So do your research properly and find out about the housing. Don't just appear in a country without doing your proper research. Number 4 is the neighborhood. When you're moving to a new location, you really want to know about the neighborhoods. You want to know where you're living, how close it is to certain amenities. So you're checking for things like proximity to schools, proximity to the hospital, proximity to work if you're going to a physical location, access to public transports, access to the bus stop, train station, whatever it is, access to major markets, major shopping centers. So you would want to check for all these things. Depending on your preference, access to even tourist attractions. I know that some places might be more expensive because of that, but if you want to live a more outdoor life, okay, access to the beach, access to some major places where you would see people, you would see some action. So do that research and find out which place would give you what it is that you want. And number 6 is climate. Very, very important, very important. So you're moving to a new location. You really want to know if the weather is conducive enough for you. If you're coming to Europe, just get ready for the heat. Get ready for the heat, especially a country like Malta. Get ready for the extreme heat. There's been news about heat wave in a couple of countries in Europe this summer. Trust me, it was really hot. But while this is not a deal breaker for a lot of people, it's just best for you to know what you're coming to face, right? So if you're coming from a very cold country, you would want to be aware of what is happening in your new country so that you don't come and it affects your health negatively. All right, guys, and the next one is transportation. You really need to be aware of what the transportation system is like. Also, depending on where you choose to live and depending on your lifestyle, make sure that the transportation system is conducive enough for you, or where you're moving, you're able to plan your life in such a way that you can use the transportation system. In Malta, the bus is free, but during the summer periods, the buses come late. The buses could get very, very crowded. So have this information with you. Understand how the system works so you can plan better. There are cases where you would want to use a taxi instead of waiting for the bus. And there are times where you just don't mind waiting for the bus, which is okay. Guys, the next one is culture and community. When you're moving to a new location, it's very important that you understand the culture of the people that you're going to meet. Sometimes that's a very good way to familiarize yourself with that environment. They even accept you more when they probably hear that you can speak their language, or you understand, or you are just open to learning their culture. And on the other hand, also find out if the culture actually aligns with your lifestyle. So many factors: religion, way of life, even dressing. So there are some dressing styles that are not accepted in some certain countries. So don't just go there and then find out that, oh, you're not allowed to wear this, or you see people dressing a certain way and you don't accept it. I really don't want to believe that there are people that pack their life and move to a particular country without actually doing research. They have absolutely no information about where they are going to. I don't think those kind of people exist. And next is legal and regulatory factors. So every country, different countries have their different laws, different regulations, and it's very important that you know what these are to avoid repercussions. So things like even taxis, driving laws, make sure that you know what these things are to avoid getting into trouble when you land in your new location. In fact, this information you should already know before you even get there. Find out what the taxes are, how many percent it is, what you have to do to be able to meet up, ask questions. Also know your rights, because especially with accommodation in Malta, I see a lot of things on the groups where people are complaining about landlords and things that are being done to them, with deposits, with fixing of things, and just so many issues. But then again, sometimes the tenants could be at fault, but also the landlords are also at fault. So know your right, know what you are entitled to, know who you can go to settle disputes, know the rules that pertain to different things in the country. So this next one really goes hand in hand with cost of living, so utilities and services. So apart from accommodation and transportation and things like that, you should know what electricity bills are. You should know what water services are. You should know about the internet as well. Very important. If you are a remote worker, you should already know what the speed is like in your previous country. You should already know the several networks that are available to you. Know what it's going to cost you so that you're able to plan better. And finally, social support network. Very, very important, because everywhere you go, you need support of people. You need the support of people. You need a community. So find out how easy this is. In fact, start making friends from the get-go. Begin to form your community even before you get to the location. I mean, we live in this social media age where you can easily connect with people. You can connect with people on several social media platforms, and you can reach out to them. In fact, these people are probably the ones that would also give you information about the new location that you want to come to. But start building this community even before you get to your new location. I was very proactive. I was making friends. I was messaging people that I had met on social media, on YouTube. I was messaging people, and I'm sure they were wondering where they met me from. I was very particular about making friends and not being alone in a new country, and I think that goes for you as well. Look for opportunities for a new social circle. Trust me, it's going to benefit you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video so far. If you have watched so far, I'm really grateful. Please give this video a massive thumbs up and leave your comments in the comment section if I missed anything, or if you think there are other things that you should absolutely look out for when you're moving to a new location. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video. Bye.